What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze. Today we are back with another Dokkan battle video. And today, before we start the video, of course, hopefully you guys are having a very good day today. And today we finally have the 10 new stages officially confirmed here. That's coming to global finally, which should be dropping very soon. But we do have the 10 new stages. That's long overdue. We have your Exploding Rage, the Revenge category, Team Bardock, Inhuman Deeds, Earthlane, Special Pose, Margin Power, Rapid Growth, All Out Struggle, and the Saviors category. So today is going to be a team building guide. Today we're going to start off here with the Inhuman Deeds, just because I feel like a lot of people might find this a little bit difficult, but I will show you in this team building guide. It's actually very, very simple. All depends what you have in your account here, but again, Inhuman Deeds will be the focus for today here. So Inhuman Deeds, as you guys know, there's actually no official leader for the Inhuman Deeds. The only leader that we have here is a 130 across the board, which of course is LR Nappa and also Vegeta. Now, this is really not the worst case scenario, and the reason why is because we actually have some better units here who are actually much more fitted for the Inhuman Deeds. One of them actually just recently came out on both Global and JP, which of course is the LR Frieza. LR Full Power Frieza is going to destroy this stage, and because you guys don't know, Frieza is going to be the leader here, of course, for Sworn Enemies or the Planet Namek Saga. Now, if you guys do keep in mind, Sworn Enemies, every Frieza character is part of that team, so of course you can run a full Frieza team and just completely destroy the event here. Now, you can see here from the passive, it gets Ki +2, attack and defense plus 100%, launch initial super attack within the same turn after receiving attack, and also has a medium chance of launching additional super attack if you actually place him in a second or third spot. So in any spot that you actually put this Frieza can actually do 3 super attacks, maybe even 4 depending if there's an AoE, but in Super Battle there's no AoE, so Frieza can do triple super attacks, which is really good because on his 18 key super, on his 12 key super, he does raise attack, but on his 18 key super he does raise defense. So Frieza is going to be a menace. Plus, on top of that, if you are facing against a super class enemy, you get additional attack plus 50%. So if we take a look here at the Inhuman Deed stage, every character here is going to be super class, right? So again, Frieza is going to dominate this super battle for sure. Also, you do have the beautiful active skill as well, which actually is very practical, which I would say, because in super battle, most of the times you are going to be, if the opponent is going to be below 30%. And then, just to make sure that you don't get super before you actually kill the character, he does have his active skill, which does tremendous damage, my boys. So, again, Frieza is going to be a very good pick to have here as well, and also as a leader. Now, another character you could also bring here as well is that you could also bring here the Vegeta. They're pretty good, but I would probably say here Broly is something that you must bring here, because Broly, he's an AoE, he raises defense, he does guarantee additional super attacks. Like, LR Broly is still the, in my opinion, best LR Ize till this day, and just because what he brings to the table. So LR Ize Broly is a menace to society. He is going to body this here as well. Now, fortunately, he's going to be here on part of the, he's going to be part here, of course, what you want to call it here, Planetary Destruction. So if you do have here the Int Super Saiyan Legendary Broly, you can actually bring this Broly on rotation as well. So again, a lot of good options when it comes to Inhuman Deeds. You could also bring this Vegeta. You do have a free heal as well. He's going to be part of the Planet Namek Saga, so you could also bring him as part of Frieza's passive, or leader's hero, sorry, because Frieza is also a leader for, wait, is he a leader for Planet Namek Saga? Hold on, did I see that right here? Hold on, let me go back to Frieza. Is Frieza part of this? Frieza's gonna be here. Oh, he is, right? So, perfect. So, you can, again, bring Vegeta underneath Frieza's secondary leader skill. And this Vegeta hits really damn hard, for sure. He's very self-sufficient. Also, raise defense on super attack. And again, you also have that free heal if your HP is below 29%. Which I don't presume you might get in this, depending your level in the dupe system with Vegeta. But if you have this character fully rainbowed, I don't really think you will get the exchange mechanic. But who knows, you can actually maybe get it. So Vegeta is a fantastic option. Has very good links if you actually look him up with the other Pure Saiyan characters. So you can actually maybe even rock him with the STR Broly as well. If we actually have some other characters here as well, we have AGL Golden Frieza, which is a must-have here because again, you can pair him up with, of course, the LR STR. Sorry, not the LR STR, but the LR AGL Full Power Frieza. You could also bring here Goku Black. Goku Black is actually pretty good, but I mean, He hasn't really aged the best because he is someone that does build defense after each attack, so it's not really the greatest. But if you are running a full Frieza team, you definitely want to bring here the bold golden Friezas with the same name update, because again, they have damage reduction. And then of course you could either put whatchamacallit, you can actually bring Frieza in slot number 2 and just watch him dominate, right? So no introductions there. We also have here the Android Super 17, also the LR version as well. They're definitely very good options as well. You can definitely bring them. But they're not going to be part of the Planetary Destruction. They'll be part here of Inhuman Deeds. So the only way you can really bring them is that if you actually bring the LR, Nappa, and Vegeta. But regardless, Super 17 has a very good EZA. He's going to be part of, let's see, our Target Goku, Artificial Life Form, Androids. Not really the greatest here. But I mean, again, if you are to be running, of course, the LR, Nappa, and Vegeta, you can definitely bring this character here because he does have damage reduction. And then it actually starts to build up here by an extra 30% the more hits that he does have here. So Super 17, really good option as well. Another strong character they can also bring here as well. A lot of people don't really think about this, but Lord Slug is actually really good as far as a free-to-play unit. And the reason why is because his EZ is actually really good. He does have a medium chance of stunning the enemy on his super attack. And also he does help recover HP by 30% when your HP is 30% or less. So that can be very clutch here. And he was actually a very good help for Extreme Tech Super Battle Road. So Lord Slug, you definitely want to make sure you want to bring him here as well if you are a free-to-play player. His categories are going to be here: Namekians, Inhuman Deeds. So really nothing special we can actually bring this character because he's not on Planetary Destruction. But again, if you are using the LR, Nappa, and Vegeta, you can definitely bring Lord Slug. Very good free-to-play character. One other character I did also forget here as well is going to be here, of course, the Frieza. No introductions. This free-to-play LR Frieza is going to do damage. As you guys can see here on his 18-key super, he does greatly lower attack and defense. Gets the extra defense after super attack. So Frieza is going to be also a really good option. So it's really not that difficult, especially if you are using items. You can definitely body the stage here. Some other noticeable characters you want to bring here as well. You can also bring here the Frieza. EZA transforming Frieza. He will for sure dominate. One of the good things about this Frieza is at the start of each turn, he is going to recover here, I believe, 11% of HP at the start of turn, so really good for Super Battle Road. Also gets his additional defense plus 40%, attack plus 10%, and ki plus 3, because every enemy we are facing is going to be a super class enemy. So again, another very dominant unit you want to bring here. And now we actually move here to the end phase. So we actually have your third form Frieza, so really no introductions. You pair him up with the AGL LR full power Frieza, and it's pretty much GG's here, right? So again, you can actually run here another full Frieza team because again, he is providing us 40% support and ki plus 3 Forsworn enemies. So again, every Frieza is going to take advantage of that. Another good character as well you want to bring here is this Broly. This Broly is going to be very important as far as leader skill because he is going to be part of the Planetary Destruction, which provides attack and defense 170 and HP 130. Again, Broly shouldn't really struggle with this. He has damage reduction as well. But again, you are going to struggle in the last stage here. But I mean, if you have the LR full power Frieza, it's pretty much going to be super easy, right? Again, if you don't have the AGL Frieza, you could bring the STR. But I mean, the STR is just not on the same level as the AGL, right? But still, regardless, still pretty good here. Another character I also missed here as well. I would not recommend bring this Frieza. The reason why is because there's no Goku's family in the stage. I mean, there is, but they're not really categorized as Goku's family. So this free-to-play Frieza is not a good option. I feel like I missed one character here. Oh, you could also bring this AGL Frieza as well because he's an AoE. AGL Frieza is not the greatest, but he's actually not that bad either. So if you actually take a look at his passive, his attack and defense plus 80%, attack plus 70%, and a high chance of stunning a high chance of stunning the attack enemy when facing only one enemy, and then ki plus 5, attack and defense plus 50% when facing 2 or more enemies. His super attack, you do have a medium chance of sealing the opponent's super attack. So this Frieza is a good option for AoE, but if you have Broly, I would highly recommend you go with Broly because Broly is just going to massacre everyone. You could also bring here as well, now that I noticed, you could also bring here Bojack. Bojack is the leader for the Space Traveling Warriors, which we actually have quite enough here. One unit that actually did slip my mind is going to be this Vegeta. This Vegeta could be good. I mean, his EZ is not really the greatest, but it is definitely conditioned for Super Battle because it is requiring you it is requiring your HP below 80%. Because if you do so, you actually get additional attack plus 80%. So Easy Vegeta is okay. I mean, you do also have the Giant Ape transformation, but I mean, it's really not the greatest because you are going to struggle with Ki. But he has some very good links here. He also has your big bad bosses, so you can run him with the STR Bojack because he is part of the Space Driving Warriors. But Vegeta is definitely good, but I probably wouldn't say, you know, he's like the optimal choice. But he is a global first, so I mean, this video is okay. Bojack, you can definitely run here Bojack because again, we have so many Frieza card units here that Bojack as a support unit floating would be really good, so no introductions there. You could also bring SCR Rose. SCR Rose is actually not the worst choice. Just because Rose actually does also provide support here by 50% for defense, and actually does lower the attack and defense by 20%, so you do have that in your back pocket as well. Another unit you can rock here as well is going to be your Omega Shenron. It's too bad that we don't have a 170 lead for the Inhuman Deeds, because if we did, I would highly recommend you bring here Omega Shenron and Full Power Frieza on the same rotation, and that is completely GG's right there. Like, you take 0 damage, and you're also dishing out like, you know, 8 million attack stat, because don't forget that Omega Shenron is also buffing Full Power. So Full Power from his Extreme Z Awakening, he's providing Ki plus 2 and attack plus 40%, while the enemy attack is minus 40% in Super Battle. So Omega Shenron and also whatchamacallit, the Frieza is just a deadly combo in Dokkan, right? Especially if you have him with the third form Frieza, it is pretty much GG. So that's another strong character you can also bring. As far as the physical units here, not the greatest choice, I would say. I probably would maybe not. I mean, you could bring Goku Black because he does debuff. Omega Shenron also has the attack reduction as well. You know, these characters are pretty good, but they're not, you know, physical. I don't see anyone I could bring here compared to the other roster for Inhuman Deeds. But, I mean, if I had to choose one character, I probably would say maybe I would have to say Goku Black, just because he is a support type unit, and he also is a orb changer if you're against a Goku's family. But you can see he's also a nuker as well, so he does provide here to Stream Class Ki plus 3, so he's a very good support unit. But Goku Black is, you know, pretty good here, so that's going to be it for the card breakdowns. Again, Inhuman D is going to be very, very simple. So now we're actually going on to the team building guide, where we actually show some team builds, and after that, we'll call it a day. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we are here on the Dokkan Battle Optimizer. So as you guys see here, this is going to be the Inhuman Deeds team building portion. So first things first, my recommendation, if I'm going to do this with a no item run, I am for sure going to be using a full Frieza team here. So as I said before, this Frieza is to be the leader for the Sworn Enemies and also the Planet Namek Saga. So by doing so, we are able to bring every Frieza here. Let's also bring here the third form Frieza, and then of course you also want to bring here the transforming Frieza, and you also bring here the LR free-to-play Frieza as well. So doing by this team right here, this is definitely going to get you by, even without items, I would say. Just because what you could do, if you actually get the golden rotation, you can actually just put golden Frieza in the front, and then as you can see here, we just put the Frieza in the middle, and that's all she wrote. And pretty much we're just going to dominate each of these phases very, very quickly, right? Now, if you are missing certain characters, for example, what you could do, for example, let's just say you're missing this Tech Frieza, you can also bring here the Int LR Vegeta and Goku, right? The exchange mechanic, because they are also part of the Planet Namek Saga. So again, you do have another substitute if you're missing any of these characters as well. They will work completely fine. They do share 3 links here with Frieza. They share Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, and Prodigies. And again, they're very self-sufficient with Ki. So is Frieza, since we're also against here superclass enemies, right? So again, you have a lot of good options. You can even put them in slot number 2, because again, Frieza in the middle is going to be tanking all the damage. And then these guys just ditch out, you know, their casual 5 million, 6 million, 8 million attack sets, right? So, you know, really, really good option. Another team build that you could actually rock here as well, if you actually don't have the LR Full Power Frieza, of course, you can actually rock here with the Broly, right? So Broly is part of Inhuman Deeds, but he's also a leader for the Planetary Destruction and also movie bosses. So by doing so, you can still bring both the golden Friezas, just like this. Of course, you want to bring here the LR SCR Broly EZA. And then you can also bring any of the other Frieza cards here as well. So we can actually bring here this free-to-play LR full power Frieza. Then you can actually go ahead and bring here. I mean, you could bring Bojack. That's not a bad option because he's also part of movie bosses. So let's actually just bring Bojack. I would recommend you bring, of course, the Frieza. But if you don't have Frieza, then why not just bring Bojack? I mean, it's not the worst case here. And again, you can also just actually go ahead and bring here another Broly, just like this, right? Now, the Bojack is not going to be the best option because he's not really buffing anyone. But, you know, if you have no choice, you can also bring Bojack. But I'd highly recommend you bring, like, another Frieza. Or you can bring the SCR Frieza. Now, this Frieza is not the best. It's not the best LR, I would say. So I probably recommend you maybe go with the Tech Frieza, just like this. That'd be a much better option. But if you have the AGL full power Frieza, you're even in a better spot. So, of course, your main rotations, you want to go ahead and keep this Broly right here. Keep the Frieza right here. Or you can actually even leave Broly right here if you want to, right? So you can actually rack up his defense and also that damage reduction. So again, it's another strong team build you can rock with if you wanted to. But I mean, if you have the cards, you can actually go ahead and bring the AGL full power Frieza, which would be a much more dominant impact in the game, right? Because again, the links are much better. You can see they share 3 links together, and then with the LR they share 4 links together. So you should be able to activate all the links for Frieza. And yeah, after that, you just see Broly just completely wreck everyone. So another very disgusting rotation you can rock with. Another team build you can actually rock with as well, if you are missing certain characters, is that you can actually go ahead with a double Bojack. Double Bojack is definitely possible. The reason why is because we actually have a lot of characters who are part of Time Travelers and also Space Traveling Warriors. So again, I'm going to bring here, of course, here the Frieza, the free-to-play Frieza. And then, of course, I'm also going to bring here the Goku, Blacks, and Rose. So by doing so, I'm actually also bring here the third form Frieza because he's also part of the category. We can bring here the Roses, just like this. And the reason why you want to bring them here is because what's actually really nice is that they are also support type unit, but also the SR Rose does have, is actually able to lower the attack by 20%. So that's a very powerful mechanic. So as far as the main rotations, you definitely want to go ahead and do something like this here. Bojack is going to be completely fine because his defense is actually really good. So Bojack, I would say he has enough defense to actually put in slot number 1, especially when you have support on rotation. Then of course you have Frieza in slot number 2 here. So again, another good option you can actually rock with when it comes to tackling the stage here, because Inhuman Z is actually really easy, right? So that'd be another team build. If you are kind of short here, if you actually don't have any premium characters and you want to go with the LR Nappa and Vegeta, then you can definitely use them. It's not the worst thing, but what I would recommend is that you actually want to bring here the STR Mega, and you also want to bring here Rose, and maybe you want to bring this character here, but I'm not too sure. But bringing these two characters on the rotation is going to be very deadly because again, having these two on the same rotation gives you minus 60%. So that means you're taking almost no damage, even from a super attack. And of course, you want to bring here the LR full power Frieza. Then you also want to bring here, of course, your Int third form Frieza as well. And then one more character that's going to be very strong is probably going to be Broly here, right? So let's just actually go ahead and do something like this here. Because all these characters are also going to be extreme type, what you could also bring is going to be the EZA Tech Transforming Frieza if you wanted to, if you actually find a friend leader. Because Frieza is also going to be providing 130 across the board for stream class allies because of his EZA. So you're not really stuck with a double LR Nappa and Vegeta. So actually just go ahead and bring something like this here, and then boom, there we go. We have our main rotation, something like this here, and then we can maybe just rock something like this here, right? All depends what you really have here, but again, do keep in mind that Frieza does give himself key when you are against a super class enemy. So again, Inhuman Deeds for globals would be super easy. Alright, so that's me, my team build. But if I had to choose one team build against this stage here, I would highly recommend you go a full Frieza team, because that's going to be just completely an easy no item run for sure, right? So let's actually go ahead and bring you. We'll bring you, you, and also you. and this will be probably the game winner for Inhuman Dbz. Alright, so that's gonna be a video, my boys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button and stuff for more videos coming down below. Let me know your team builds, and if you guys enjoyed, hopefully I see you guys on the next one. Peace!